Okay, well, backups are completed. It's published. It's public. I called the cops. I got that phone on me. Now I'll check again what's going on. Jesus, it's hot in here. The other day, the thermostat read high. It was off the chart, literally off the charts. So, after all that, I shouldn't leave that open. After all that, Mr. Robinson, what was it? Aaron Robinson, something like that. They're gone. So he says he's not. He came here and said, "I'm going to remove you and get you out of here," and then tried to hide his ID. And was aggressive as fuck. So the whole time, I did the backups, secured those on my private servers, the cloud storage, published it to YouTube, annotated it, and even talked to some people about the video I just made. And I called his boss to check on him, and there was even a funny situation where I called the wrong county and I didn't have any record of him. I was like, oh shit, is this really a setup? Did Ramona just pay some? I thought for a minute that maybe she just paid some person to harass me and stuff. But no, I had the wrong county. This is ridiculous. And the dude was fucking tripping on the boxes in the kitchen, saying, oh, you didn't clean up her hoarding mess? Well, guess what? I just grab it and pull it out. He didn't listen to me at length, but this is her hoarding. Look how much, it's all food crap. And I didn't check, it's stuff that's sealed, so I did not date check anything here. Like, there's no refrigerated food and stuff like that, so who knows how old and bad or whatever, but I was meticulous and saved everything I could. Because she, to respect her desire to hoard. But this stuff was over there. And this all was full. Every little square inch of the counter all the way around was full. All of this was full. All of this was covered. All of this, like this looks a little junky. No, it's not. This is very clean compared to what it was. Everything was solidly covered. Everything was like this down here. Actually, this has been cleaned up now too. That's substantially cleaned up and organized. Mary, I must have done that. But this thing, a large portion of that box was in here. And the oven full of hoarding. And she still has shit in there now. That can be dangerous. You accidentally... Oh, here's the fucking discount. I bought a new one too. That's another thing. She didn't have water filter, and the water's bad here, so I did that. I got that for us, and it's even a new one. I replaced it after a month. I'm keeping up with it, whatever, and it's according to its specs. That's about right. Like, oh, and the dishwasher was full to the brim. And I cleaned and cleaned and cleaned. And why is it not fully clean? That's her fault. She stopped me. I wasn't done cleaning. And I'm no clean freak either. I was just doing what we needed to do. But he took a long pause and he was looking over my shoulder at the boxes and talking about hoarding. First of all, this is neatly stacked boxes. I drug this out for him. Damn, this thing's heavy. Her shit was just bric-a-brac laid everywhere. There was no rhyme or reason. It was just whatever. Never ending. See, it was like this. And coincidentally, all this shit's hers. Like, literally everything here is hers. Technically, this wind chime is mine. She gave it to me, but she probably will want that back. The lamps are mine, but she brought those in here. Which is another thing. She didn't have any lamps. She just didn't have shit. I took care of all that. I spent money. She had all the counter covered and no place at all to prepare food. At all. Zero. So I bought that hutch and the microwave went in it, and she's thrown out the microwave now to be a bitch. That coffee maker, this juicer thing, her air fryer, which she also took. I filled this thing up, and with the juicer and the coffee maker, I kind of made it like the drink area, and she had all these saved teas and actually fucking parts, but there's more shit like this. She's thrown out a bunch of it, but I put all the drink stuff over here, made it a nice little drink service. And even got this. Yeah, I installed this light. It came with the kit. It came with the, and it looks nice. And it fit well. The air fryer fit down in there. She never even uses, but whatever. It was cluttering up her counter, and she didn't have any counter space to cook whatsoever. And I got video of that. So I kept her stuff, but organized it neatly and had a nice little area. It works. And every single thing was like that. Every drawer was full of shit. And now, like this one, I bought the silverware organizer. Organized the silverware. And I wash each piece before I use it because of bugs. And this here, like that's silverware, and this is kitchen tools. Whisks, rolling pin, actually the measuring cup's supposed to go up here. I have stuff up there. But I did a lot of work, and the shed was even worse. It was just a mountain of refuse. And it still has. Now Mario helps her keep up with it too, but before he came, it was all me, and I did a tremendous amount of work. And you can't. Like, there's just still hoarding. Like, there's a lot. This is actually my bag right here. But I don't have a place for my stuff. All the rest is hers. So, this is ridiculous. She owes me money. I have renter's rights. The rule is if you evict someone without cause, you pay them a month's rent. That's what the California law says. So she'd owe me $500. She owes me $630 for her phone, and that's after a massive discount. I got $500 off. It's a $1,000 phone. Look at my arms. I'm just wet with sweat. Okay. She owes me for the thermostat $513. This was $160. The shoe rack that Mario broke was like $50 or something. This shoe rack, she needed it. She had a bunch of extra shoes and shit. She actually needed this, and he broke it, and now it's fucked off. Like, I don't even know what to do with it. I just drug it. He drug it in here, and it was already broken, and I finished and put it here just because. But I don't. It's all plastic pieces. I could probably shove it all back together, but it took me 2 hours to assemble. It's all pieces. It was IKEA style. It's all individual pieces. And I put it in the living room, and I have some shoes in it, yeah, and my boots, and a couple of pairs over there, but 75% of it was her, and she had a bunch of shoes. So when I cleaned her shed, I found 20, 30 pairs of something, and then she freaked out and said, oh, the bad spirits are going to get in the shoes at night when I sleep, so it's bad that we have that. I'm like, whatever. But then she looked at it and thought about it, and she saw her big sack of shoes next to it, And she decided, well, maybe I could put my shoes in here and organize them. And she did a little bit and put 10 pairs or something in there. And I guess she thought like I did, oh, I got a bunch of shoes and this is a nice organizer for them. Space saver to the vertical part. So I did good. She criticized it, made fun of me, and then later acquiesced. Like, she said it was bad at first and then changed her mind. She said it was bad that I cleaned the counters, but that now we're keeping them much cleaner. With Mario's help, we made progress with that. She said the shed shouldn't have been cleaned, but then Mario had to. After all I did, I never finished, and he did a bunch of work. Like, a lot of work. Like, without him, it would be filthy in here even more. Oh, she's putting water and food and shit over there. That's not good. And the dishwasher, it was non-functional. For her, the dishwasher was non-functional. I'm the one that fixed it. I got the detergent for it. I cleaned it out. I set it up, and it works fine and dandy. It's actually a nice dishwasher. Her car, too. Her car was filthy, and I put in a lot of work several times on it. But that wasn't enough, and Mario helped her, and I noticed her car is also gone. It's probably busted again. The rats chewed the wiring once, and so she owes me a bunch of money, and I have rights, and I have no other options. I'm going to be homeless. I've tried my best to fucking get something, and it's just not clicking. And they've distracted me more than anything. And she won't talk to me, and she won't be peaceable. Okay? So we need to come to it just out of respect. And they're calling me gay thing too, outing me. That's no good. Like, you disrespected me, you talk shit about me, you call me gay for no reason. Like, that's out. Why was she... I'm interested in that conversation too. I'm not privy to it, but I think I know what it is. I don't know, but I think I know. I think what it was is he was talking about me and worried I was trying to sleep with her. And I think she reassured him, like, hey, don't worry, he's not trying to sleep with me, he's gay. And then he had his meltdown, a biblical meltdown. But here's the thing. One, I don't identify as gay. Two, the only reason I was ever sleep with her is money. And I am a whore, and I do that for money. But she's pretty ugly. Like, I wouldn't do that, touch her for anything but money. But that applies to pretty much everyone these days. I don't bother. And I'm out of shape and since I had the accident, broke my shoulder, and fucking I'm a cripple. Like, I fell off. So why is she talking about me? Like, I don't even have a sex life anymore. I don't do anything. So why is she telling him I'm gay? Why did that happen? So she gossiped. She misidentified me. She caused the problems. So she needs to pay up. Let's see, what was it again? It's $630 for the phone, and that's a massive discount. $513 for the environmental control unit thing. $160 for this, $60 for the shoe rack, $50 for the shoe, whatever it is. The internet, I pay for the internet the whole time here. On the power bill, there's one $600 a month, there's one $200 a month, and then whatever the current one is, she owes for all that. I'm not supposed to have to pay the power, and she's the one that fucked it up. Boy, I'm just rolling sweat. Wasn't there some more stuff? What about emotional damages for calling me gay? Oh, the moving! I spent $700, and yeah, she's right. I got help from a program. The program covered $500. I'm out $200 and something dollars. Plus, I tipped them $40. Plus, I gave them a big sack of weed. The movers to move me out here. I moved all my stuff out here. Like, that credit would have helped me move wherever I was going. If it was going to, like, right now, I wish I had that credit. The program helping me do the move. Right now, I need that. That'd be $500 in my pocket. But total of $750 was spent. $250 me, plus the tip and weed. Like, I gave him $30 for the weed, a big fucking sack of weed, and two $20 bills, one for each of them. But there was labor, like hard labor. But we worked alongside each other, and we all worked fast. And you know, you tip your labor. They don't get paid a hell of a lot, so an extra $20 ain't gonna, for each of them, ain't gonna kill me, and they really did do a lot of the heavy lifting, and I needed that help too. Oh, and they pulled a fast one. That crew let me put my motorcycle in the back of the moving truck and get in the back of the moving truck, which is totally against the law and against policy and everything else. They let me sit in the back of the moving truck to come out here because it was raining, and I told them, like, look, I can drive out there, but it's very dangerous to drive in the pouring rain on a bike, and you know, it takes gas and time and effort and everything, and I literally like could lose my life. So they were like, okay, and they used the hydraulic lift in the moving truck to put my motorcycle in the back. I only had one with me. I had left one out here and bust back to Orange County, and then when I did the move, I used the moving service and only brought the one bike, but it was the black one and the heavy fast one, and I used the hydraulic ramp to put it up and strap it down in the back of a big box moving truck, and just sat back there on a pile of loading blankets for an hour and a half while we drove out here. It was fine. Like, my phone worked and I had music and shit. It was a little warm, but it worked fine. And all that trouble was to get out here to be Ramona's caretaker, because she asked me to. She pressured me to. She was enthusiastic because she needed the help. But I threw out all her things. Everyone's just overlooking that too. All she's accusing me of doing is throwing out her shit. And what I threw out was stuff worse than this. Like, this got the pass. This was keep. There was a non-keep section, and I kept everything within reason. Like these, I already know they're expired, but it's not insane. I think it's like a month or March 16th, 2024. Okay. April, May, June, July. 4 months out, but for a drink and it's sealed and unopened, that's not roach infestation, fucking problematic, something shit. But it's only 4 months. The yogurt was like 5 months. And it was December 23rd, I'll never forget. I'm looking at, in May, I'm looking at yogurt from December, like, this is like a kid's science experiment. This is like a stink bomb. You open this and throw it at someone. And the dude won me a game of StarCraft earlier. I was gonna concede, go back to the terminal and type in, I'm sorry, I have to go game. And the dude gave up, and I got the victory just by coincidence. I didn't try to do that, so it's not unethical, right?